Well, here I am at Motor City Guitar in Waterford, Michigan. I've been waiting a long time for this day. I can't wait to show you the Peavey Invective 120. Let's check it out. I want to thank Motor City Guitar and the staff for helping me do this demo today. I also want to thank Steve Risner for allowing me to use his teaching room so that I can do this demo in a nice, quiet, secluded place. If you need guitar lessons, Steve Risner is an amazing teacher. Look him up here at Motor City Guitar. The reason why I call these blue-collar gear reviews is because I don't get really technical with it. I just show you what it sounds like and talk about a couple of key features, and let's rely on Google for the rest of the stuff that you want to know. Let's keep it short and sweet and to the point. Let's check out the clean channel. I really liked the clean channel a lot. It was exactly what it's advertised as, clean. And there was no breakup in it. It had a very warm, full sound to it. And I bet if you put some delay and some possible reverb and some chorus on it, it would be very lush and very beautiful. So great job on the clean channel. I liked it a lot. Just so you know, I have everything set at 12 o'clock on this amp, because if an amp doesn't sound good at 12 o'clock, then it ain't worth buying. Now let's check out the clean channel with a little bit of built-in boost on it. Well, for the people out there who doubted the versatility of this amplifier, think again, because this is very versatile. As you can see, I played some bluesy riffs and some old-fashioned kind of guitar playing on it, and it was very responsive, and it had just enough dirt to give that breakup that you need for those kinds of genres. And if you throw a little bit of delay on it, it would sound amazing for a solo or even a little bigger sound for rhythms. Alright, let's get to the channel we've all been kind of waiting to hear, and that's the crunch channel, which is mainly used for rhythms. Alright, now let's check it out with the boost. Okay, now let's check it out with Misha Mansoor'S Horizon Devices overdrive pedal called the Precision Drive. Now there is a built-in boost on this amp, but I wanted to see how it compared to the Precision Drive plugged into the front. And I got to tell you, they're very close. The Precision Drive definitely gives you a little more tightness on the low end than the boost in the amp does, but I got to hand it to them for putting a boost in the amp. I think that was a great move. I've been waiting for somebody to do that for a long time because most metal guys use a boost pedal, so why not put one in an amp so we don't have to have one more pedal in our chain? So I really like that idea. The only thing is, the only minorly critical thing I have to say about that though, is that Misha's pedal has a little more tightness to it than the boost in the amp does, but I think a lot of guys probably wouldn't care about that. I would, because I'm very meticulous about my tone. Not to say that other people aren't either, but I think they did a great job. I would give the boost in this amp, for what I do anyways, a solid B+. But Misha's pedal, I would give a solid A+. That's the perfect boost pedal for me. So if I bought this amp, I would use that and bypass the boost on the amp because I found it to be more responsive and tighter than what's available in the amp for the crunch channel. Okay, so now let's check out the lead channel. I'm going to go ahead and do the lead channel with the boost on because I don't ever do any solos without a boost anyway. So let's go ahead and check that out. absolutely love the lead channel. And just so you know, I didn't use the precision drive boost for the lead channel. I used the built-in boost that's on the amp, and I felt that it gave you just enough gain to do everything that I wanted to do and then some. I felt like it was very supportive of all of the notes that I was playing. I could still hear any kind of mistakes that I was making, which is good because I don't want to be a sloppy player. So it pointed out where I needed some help and maybe some practice here and there, but it also supported all of the notes that I played correctly, and you could hear the bite in the strings and the pick attack and all of that. And anytime I was doing any raunchy string bends or harmonics or anything like that, it really let the guitar sing, and it supported everything that I was doing, and it added this nasty aggression to everything that I was playing. So I really liked the unbridled kind of anger that was coming out of the amp. What I like about it too is that it actually makes you want to play more aggressively because you can. It's kind of like when you got snow tires on your car. You can go a little faster on the ice or the snowy roads because you got the traction and the support for that. So you can get a little crazy if you want. And that's what was so nice about this, is that it was like, hey, I got you. Go ahead and go nuts. I'll support everything that you're doing. So it felt really nice. I was driving around on my snow tires and doing lawn jobs, and I had a blast. I would give the lead channel a solid A+. I mean, it was freaking awesome. I really loved how the notes just sang for days. I mean, it was almost like I could go make a sandwich and come back, and there's my note still singing. There's nothing worse than going up on stage and you're hitting that big note and you got your singing note face going on, and then the amp just dies underneath you and you look like an idiot. This one, guaranteed, get your note face on, stand in front of your audience, grab that note, and it's going to go and go and go until you're done. Your face will get tired before the note gives out on you. So go for it, So if you buy this amp, practice your singing note faces because you're going to need them. Okay, so real quick, let's just take a look at the front and back panel of the amp, and then that'll conclude my demo. All right, let's take a quick look at the front of the amp. You have your three basic channels. You have your clean, your crunch, and your lead channels. And they're all controlled right here or with your foot switch very easily. Here's your boost for your clean channel right here. So if you want to do some classic rock or blues or country, that'll break up your clean channel just enough to give you enough dirt and enough bite to do that. What I like as well is you can easily switch channels with the push of a button right here, and the appropriate light turns on for each channel. So if you're far away from your amp and you don't know what channel you're on, you can look and see, and the light associated with that channel will tell you where you're at. You also have a resonance knob on this amp, which a lot of people want now. It gives you that girth in a cabinet without giving you all that mushy, gooey bass. And it makes your cabinet sound twice as big as it really is, and you can control it right here from the front of the amp. And right here is your noise gate. I think that's a very innovative thing to put in an amplifier. Very few amps have that now, and it's another one of those modern upgrades that Misha insisted on with this amplifier, and I think it's a great idea. So you have a noise gate right here, and the noise gate circuits are put before the overdrive circuits in the amplifier so that you don't have to worry about any noise at all. It filters it all out. So it's put in the appropriate place, and it does work. It makes a huge difference. And you can adjust how much gate you want with this knob right here. So that's a great feature as well. Okay, here is the foot switch for this, and it's hooked up via MIDI. And what I like about it is that it's very modern. So it's a MIDI foot switch, and it controls a lot of things in the amp. And what I like about it too is that it has a memory. So you can actually program this and have many snapshots and many scenes on this foot switch that you can just tap, and a whole bunch of things happen all at once, as opposed to doing the river dance every time you go out and play. It saves you a lot of time, and it's very easy to use, and I really love how innovative it is. Misha Mansoor is on the road a lot, touring a lot, and what I like about this is that when he wanted to make this amplifier, he insisted on everything being super modern. He even said himself that this is coming out in 2017. I want it to be an amplifier made for 2017. You know, there's so many companies nowadays that are making amps that were, you know, current 30 years ago, and they seem like they just kind of got stuck in time. You know, it's the equivalent to that one guy that walks around with a mullet still. It's like, dude, that crap ended a long time ago. So don't buy a mullet amp. Buy an amp like this that has current technology in it that makes everything so much easier and better for us. So I really like the Footswitch on this. Once again, you can Google all the different details about that. I'm not going to go into all that right now and bore you to death with it. But I can tell you that as MIDI, you can save a lot of settings on it. It is very easy to use, and it's a very innovative, modern Footswitch. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the back of the amplifier. I'm only going to cover a couple of the main features on it. So let's start with the power selector switch. If you only need half the power, you flip it down to 60 watts and it'll give you all the gain and all the things that you want out of the amplifier without having to crank it up so high that you go deaf to get that. So scenarios like, I don't know, band practice, smaller venues, recording, practicing at home, you don't need to have all that volume, but you still want to get the juice that the amp gives you without having to crank it. There you go. If you're in a bigger venue and there's really no rules on how loud you want to be, flip it up to 120 watts and you got all the madness you can stand. The second thing I really like is the fact that you have it direct out. A lot of venues don't want speaker cabs on the stage anymore, especially the smaller ones, because the sound guy wants to be able to control the stage volume, and this allows you to, when you get kind of, you know, ambushed by that situation, you have an option. You can run direct out, he can put you in a monitor wedge, your in-ears, and still get you in front of the house. Another nice thing about that too is if you're recording, you can record direct and not have to worry about miking a cab anymore. So that's also a nice feature. What I like about it too is you can do best of both worlds. You can have your cab and go direct out for whatever scenario comes your way, and have the best of both worlds for that as well. So there won't be any sacrifices on your end. You just have more options. One of the things that I really like about this amplifier a lot too is 2 effect loops, and they're independent of each other. So I really like the fact that you can have all your clean effects on your clean channel and all your dirty effects on your dirty channel, and you can leave them on so that when you switch channels, they're all waiting for you and you don't have to do the tap dance. And there's many other features associated with having 2 effects loops too. Google those and check them out, because there's a lot of stuff that this thing offers. Another feature that I really like about this amp is that you have 2 power supplies for pedals on here. Enough power to even run the bigger pedals like the Strymons, who really suck a lot of juice. This will provide them with all the power that they need. You can have 2 pedals sitting right on top of your amp here, ran through your effects loop, and it'll power them for you easily. And I think that is also another very innovative and very convenient feature for this amplifier. Last but not least, you have MIDI in and out, and once again the Footswitch runs off of MIDI, so it controls many different things. With one tap of a switch you get like a macro effect. A whole bunch of things happen with one tap, and that's the power of having MIDI on your amplifier. A lot of stuff's going MIDI nowadays, and I really got to hand it to Misha and the guys at Peavey for making that happen and staying innovative and staying current with all of the technology. Well, thanks for watching this demo. We really hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed doing it. I learned a lot today, and I hope that you did too. And if you liked what you saw here, please subscribe to our channel below so that we can provide you with more demonstrations and more topics in the near future. Please share this with your friends and feel free to comment below. I look forward to seeing your comments and having conversations with everyone. We'll see you soon.